HOA Karen broke BBQ tables, fined $140,000 and ordered replacement. The summer air buzzed with the promise of a perfect evening, the kind where laughter and the sizzle of burgers would fill the park. But in Meadowview Estates, that promise shattered the moment Karen Whitlock stepped onto the scene. Her sharp voice cut through the chatter like a knife, demanding everyone's attention before the first hot dog even hit the grill. Karen, the self-appointed queen of the Meadowview Homeowners Association, had a reputation. At 52, with her meticulously styled blonde bob and a clipboard always in hand, she ruled the neighborhood with an iron fist. No mailbox went unpainted, no lawn unmowed under her watchful eye. But tonight, at the annual community BBQ, her reign was about to spark a fire no one saw coming. The park was alive with families setting up picnic tables, kids chasing each other through the grass, and the smoky aroma of charcoal grills. I, Marcus Hayes, a single dad and new resident, was flipping burgers, trying to blend into this tight-knit community. My daughter, Lila, giggled nearby, her pigtails bouncing as she played tag. For once, I felt like we belonged. That is, until Karen stormed over, her heels sinking into the soft earth. "Marcus," she barked, waving her clipboard like a weapon. "Your grill is too close to the pavilion. It's a fire hazard. Move it. Now." I blinked. Spatula frozen mid-flip. "Karen, it's the same spot everyone's using. The ranger approved it this morning." Her eyes narrowed, lips curling into a smirk. "I don't care what the ranger said. I'm in charge here. Move it, or I'll have it confiscated." The crowd hushed, heads turning. I felt the heat rise in my chest, not from the grill but from her tone. Still, I swallowed my pride, nodded, and dragged the grill a few feet away. Lila watched, her smile fading. I gave her a reassuring wink, but inside I was fuming. Karen didn't stop there. She marched from table to table, nitpicking everything: too many balloons, too loud music, even the unapproved shade of tablecloths. Whispers rippled through the crowd. "Classic Karen," someone muttered, but no one dared challenge her. Not yet. As the sun dipped lower, the tension simmered. Karen's demands grew absurd. She insisted the BBQ tables, sturdy oak ones, donated by the town, were unsanitary and needed replacing. When the park ranger, a no-nonsense woman named Carla, reminded her those tables were inspected and fined, Karen scoffed. "I'll handle it myself," she snapped, storming off toward the storage shed. That's when things took a turn. I was helping Lila with her plate when a loud crack echoed across the park. Heads whipped toward the sound. Karen stood by one of the BBQ tables, a crowbar in her hands. The wooden plank splintered at her feet. My jaw dropped. She wasn't just complaining, she was destroying the tables. Another swing, another crack. The crowd gasped as a second table buckled, its legs collapsing like a wounded animal. "Karen, what the hell are you doing?" Carla shouted, sprinting over. "These tables are a disgrace," Karen shrieked, her face flushed. "I'm doing this neighborhood a favor." She swung again, and a third table splintered, sending shards of wood flying. A kid nearby screamed, clutching his mom. The grill beside the table tipped, spilling glowing coals onto the grass. Smoke curled upward, and panic spread like wildfire. I grabbed Lila, pulling her back as Carla lunged for the crowbar. "Karen, stop it," she yelled, but Karen shoved her away, wild-eyed, and kept swinging. The crowd was shouting now, some filming with their phones, others pleading for her to stop. I saw Mr. Patel, the quiet retiree who organized the BBQ, staring in disbelief as his hard work crumbled. Then came the twist no one expected. From the edge of the park, a figure emerged, an older man, hunched but purposeful, carrying a worn leather notebook. It was Mr. Hensley, the neighborhood's reclusive historian, rarely seen outside his house. He shuffled forward, his voice surprisingly steady. "Karen Whitlock," he called. "You've gone too far." The crowd parted, stunned. Karen froze, crowbar mid-swing. Mr. Hensley held up his notebook. These tables, he said, were handcrafted by my father in 1972. They're town heirlooms. Worth thousands. You've just destroyed protected property. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Karen's face drained of color. That's ridiculous, she stammered. They're just tables. They're registered with the town's historical society, Mr. Hensley said, his voice trembling with emotion. Each one's worth $35,000. You've ruined 4? Do the math. The crowd erupted, voices overlapping in outrage. Karen dropped the crowbar, her bravado crumbling. Carla radioed for backup, her face grim. I held Lila close, her eyes wide with confusion. Why'd she do that? Daddy, she whispered. I didn't have an answer. The confrontation exploded from there. Carla restrained Karen as she tried to bolt, her screams echoing through the park. You can't do this. I'm the HOA president. But the crowd wasn't having it. Mr. Patel stepped forward, his voice shaking with rage. You've bullied us for years, Karen. This ends now. Neighbors joined in, airing grievances they'd bottled up for years, fines for minor infractions, threats over petty rules. Even Karen's campaign to ban pets from the park. It was a floodgate of fury, each voice adding weight to her downfall. I stayed quiet, but my heart pounded. This wasn't just about tables anymore. It was about a community pushed too far. Police arrived, sirens cutting through the chaos. Karen was handcuffed, still shouting about her rights as they led her away. The crowd cheered, a raw, cathartic release. But the park was a wreck, 4 tables reduced to splinters, scorch marks on the grass, and a toppled grill leaking ash. The BBQ was canceled, kids crying, families packing up. Lila clung to my hand, her disappointment a silent ache. Days later, the consequences hit. The town filed charges, tallying the damage at $140,000 for the tables alone. Karen was fined and ordered to replace them, a crushing blow to her finances. The HOA board ousted her, and whispers of a class action lawsuit from neighbors began to circulate. At the town meeting, Mr. Hensley spoke again, his voice softer now. Those tables held our memories, birthdays, weddings, first dates. Karen didn't just break wood, she broke our trust. I watched Karen at the meeting, sitting alone, her face a mask of defiance and shame. She tried to argue, claiming she meant well, but no one bought it. The crowd's boos drowned her out. Carla presented evidence photos of the destruction, videos from neighbors, even the crowbar with Karen's fingerprints. The truth was undeniable. In the end, justice felt bittersweet. The fine and replacement order were a start, but the park felt different now, scarred by Karen's outburst. Lila and I walked past the broken tables the next week, and she pointed to the wooden sign someone had left Karen's Chaos BBQ tables ruined. It was a grim reminder of the cost of unchecked power. As we rebuilt, the neighborhood came together. Mr. Patel organized a fundraiser for new tables, and Mr. Hensley shared stories of his father's craftsmanship, inspiring us to honor the past. I pitched in, grilling for the first time since that night, and Lila smiled again, chasing fireflies as the community healed. Karen's name faded from conversation, her reign over, but her story lingers, a cautionary tale of pride and consequence. What do you think? Did she get what she deserved? Or was the punishment too harsh? Share your thoughts. Let's talk about justice.